Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Spence from Seattle. Here with a class B2 teaching about phrasal verbs. I'm going to have the students introduce themselves and then we'll jump into the lesson. Daniel, if you want to just introduce yourself real quickly.
Okay, well, I'm Daniel Bernal from Colombia, from Bogota, Colombia. I'm passing the four years, and that's it. I'm a journalist who works in the corporate world. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Isa, if you want to introduce yourself really quick.
Thank you, Spence. My name is Isabel Gomez. I'm from Colombia and I live in Bogota. And business administration is my profession, my career. And I work in Douglas Trade, it's an agency of marketing.
Okay, awesome.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Glad to have you. Yeah. And Yuli, if you want to introduce yourself.
I live in Brazil. I'm Brazilian. My I don't know. I studied a course about environmental science at university, but now I don't actually I don't work with it. I nowadays I'm working with lawyer. you
Oh,
know
like you're a lawyer.
yeah,
Oh,
but
okay, cool.
I help
Um,
her with um some questions.
okay, like a paralegal is what we would call that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. And do you go by Yuli or Julie? How do you say your name?
Yuli.
Yuli. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a Japanese name, but
Oh.
I'm Brazilian, but the name is Japanese.
Okay, cool. Well, today the lesson is going to be about phrasal verbs. So I'll show you guys what this lesson looks like. So we have phrasal verbs with get. And if we look a little bit further, we're going to go through and we're going to brainstorm a variety of different phrasal verbs that use that word, get. Um, but what I want to do before we jump into the lesson is I want to show you a different way of approaching phrasal verbs that, sorry, kind of lost the zoom for a second. That if we approach it from the vantage point of like a verb like get, it can be rather confusing because we have, get up, get down, get in, get off. What I found is that a better way, in general terms, to approach phrasal verbs is to think of it like vocabulary. So we're looking for phrasal verbs that have to do with like cars. We have speed up, pull away, back out, and they're all connected to cars rather than connecting it to a word like get. Um, so here we have like phrasal verbs for driving, um, phrasal verbs related to clothes, cooking, and I think this is a better way to categorize in general. And if you notice, all of these come from the same source, that it's 7esl.com. In the description for the video, I'll put a link to this, but for the students that are in the class, I'll put it in the chat. You can access these phrasal verb lists this way. So that's another way that you can approach phrasal verbs is through like kind of subject matter rather than approaching it the way that we're going to do it today. Okay, so yeah, today we're going to do it this way. We're going to do it based on the verb. And so I'll have Danielle, can you read the title for today's lesson?
Okay. Let me see. Sorry, what happened? Now, I actually can read the thing, just the title, phrasal verbs with get.
Yeah, so phrasal verbs, everybody's favorite type of verb. And then we're using get, which is a lot of them. Okay.
No.
Cool. Okay. Let's see. Isa, can you read the learning outcomes for us?
Okay. I can see the screen. Okay, yeah. Learning outcomes. I can recognize or recall a variety of phrasal verbs with get. I can accurately use these phrasal verbs in a sentence.
Yeah, exactly. So we're using them accurately. We're recognizing them in context. So yeah, with phrasal verbs, like we're not going to know 100% of the phrasal verbs out there. I don't know 100% of the phrasal verbs out there, but if we see them in context, a lot of the time we can recognize more than we might be able to use. So knowing which one to use, that's the key. Okay. Yuli, can you read the questions for us?
Yeah, warm up. During the week, what time do you usually get up in the morning? Both questions? Or
Yeah, both questions. Yep.
how long does it normally take you to get out of the house?
So hopefully we can see, what the authors are doing here. That we have get up, we have get out. Um, Yuli, choose one of the questions and let us know your answer.
Um, I usually don't get out of my house because I work at home.
Okay. So we
So
could say it takes me infinitely long. So that would be kind of a comical way of saying it, like it takes me infinitely long to get out of the house. Okay. So do you always work from home or just part of the week?
always, because the office um, where I work is in another city.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you live in Sao Paulo and your office is in a different city than where you are.
Yeah, I think 2 hours by car.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, not gonna go there. Okay.
But it
Um,
is in Brazil, right?
Sí, in Brazil. Yes, in Brazil.
okay. And Danielle, I'll have you choose one of the questions.
Um, okay. It take me around 1 hour, and at least 1 hour. Uh, Sometimes I feel a little angry about that because when I don't take my breakfast, I don't know why I spend so many time to be ready. Just if I'm just going to take a shower and put my clothes on, 1 hour seems too much, no?
I mean, it depends how long the shower is, right?
Oh, I'm commitment with the environmental, so I don't take more than 10 minutes, and the shower is open around 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, better than me, that's for sure. Uh, yeah, I've been trying to reduce the time that I take my showers. Okay, so let's look at this. So it takes, we want to make sure that the S is there, takes me at least 1 hour. We would say have breakfast instead of take breakfast. Um, I think in Spanish, like you can say like tomar el desayuno. Um, but yeah, in English, to have. And then here we already we're not even halfway into the lesson, and we have to get ready. So another one of those get verbs. So good vocabulary there. And then I don't know why, but in English, like the same way that like a light switch is off or on, we say that the shower is off or on. That it would make a lot more sense to say open or closed, but yeah, we say off or on for the shower. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that was great. Great answer. And I really like the use of get ready. That was really good. Isa, I'll have you go next. Isa, yep, there you go.
Yeah. So during the week, what time do you usually get to up in the morning? Or whatever, I can answer whatever.
Yeah,
So
sure.
so it takes around 1 hour because I had to get ready and leave everything around to Chori. I have my pet. That is very important for me. So I had to take more time because I need to prepare his food and leave my house around to 7 a.m. It's 1 hour. I get up 6 a.m. Okay, I get up 4 a.m. I work out. Then I come back to my house and get ready and leave my house 1 hour then.
Is there a gym near where you live, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Okay. So you get up, because the question, what time do you usually get up? 4 a.m. on
4 a.m.
weekdays.
Yes, on weekdays. Because in my
And what time
workout,
does
then
the gym open?
4 a.m.
Oh, the gym opens at 4 a.m.? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh,
My
okay.
class is 5 a.m. My Pilates class is 5 a.m.
Wow. Okay. You guys are more dedicated than me. Daniel with the environment, Etha with the workouts. You guys are
Yeah.
dedicated. Okay. Let's see.
Even
And then,
even I take the shower in the gym.
well, there you go. Saving water.
Exactly. Yes.
Because it doesn't count if it's at the gym. Um, so yeah, so we have get out of bed. So another one using get. We could say like get the food ready for my dog. Or yeah, so it's
Yeah.
I get the food ready for the dog. So it's like a form of get ready. And then you can say instead of my pet, you could say like my pet dog, to kind of combine the two words together to provide more information. Cool. Okay, so the next one is brainstorming. So we will start with Danielle. What is a phrasal verb using get? We have get up and we have get out of. What's another get that we could put out there?
Get over.
get over. What does that mean? Get over.
That means that you must keep walking. You must raise about maybe a bad situation, a disappointment, or something like that.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, to rise above a bad situation. Yeah, situation. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do Isa. What is a phrasal verb using get that we could add to this list?
Hmm, get along.
Get along. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Get along. What does get along mean?
So for me, mean when you have a relation with other persons,
Mhm.
it's about the kind of relation you have with the other person.
Yeah, so maybe making that a positive one.
Yes,
Like a lot of the time, parents tell their children to get along with their siblings. So like,
yes.
yeah,
Get along with.
yeah, get along with. Yeah. And then we have a saying in English, which is a fairly common one, go along to get along. Which basically means like maybe you say something that I disagree with, but I go along with it. I say, oh yeah, that's good. Not because I agree with you, but because I want to get along. So go along to get along, to sort of agree to avoid conflict. Okay. And one more, Yuli,
Get off.
get off. Okay. What is get off?
To leave.
Yep. To leave or exit from. So like
Um,
if we were maybe
what's
like
the
on a
difference between get off and get out?
no, yeah, that's a great question. Get out is also to leave or exit from. And so that goes to what we were talking about with the first slide, the learning objectives, that um, we can recognize these and we can see them in context and we can say, oh, I know what that means. But to use the right one, we're going to see both get out and get off in the upcoming slides. And so it'll show you kind of the difference between these two and how we use them in different situations. So yeah, great question, setting us up for the future. Okay. Okay, so we have the example sentences. We'll have Isa, if you want to read the example sentences. Those are the sentences at the top. These ones here. Isa?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you read the example sentences in the box at the top?
Okay. Review phrasal verbs. I usually get up at 7 on weekdays. It takes me 45 minutes to get out of the house. He, of, he often, or often, I'm not sure what is the pronunciation. He often finds a way to get out of attending long meetings.
Mhm. Yeah, so some words differ between like British and American. So like often versus like often. I think that it's more common among British to say often, and more common among Americans to say often. But
Okay,
we
thank
would
you.
understand both. Yeah. So you could say either. Yeah, like some things are very like dramatically different between British and American English. And some things are very similar. So, okay. And then we'll have Yuli, if you want to read the blue box at the bottom or in the middle, I guess.
A phrasal verb is a verb that's combined with an adverb, a preposition, or both. Sometimes it's not possible to guess the meaning of the phrasal verb just by looking at it. Some phrasal verbs, like get out, get out of, have more than one meaning. Can you explain the two meanings of get out of?
Mhm. Yeah, so we have the phrasal verbs, and then we have sometimes. So sometimes they're unclear, and other times they can be, very clear. So like get out of, if we're talking about like get out of the house, we're leaving the house. Um, let's see, Danielle, do you know the other meaning of get out of?
No, I don't.
If I were to say like, I want to get, and well, let's use a real example. I got out of teaching last week because I was sick.
I was sick.
Hmm. What does anyone have an idea what get out of means in this context?
If you are in vacations, if you say I get out of because I am vacations.
Yeah, you could say I got out of it because I was on vacation. Yeah, I'm going to get out of having to do the presentation because I'll be on vacation. Let's see. Yuli, can you give us another example or can you tell us what does it mean to get out of something in this context?
Um, I got off of my job because there was a hurricane. I don't know.
Okay, there was a hurricane. Okay. So yeah, so to get out of is basically you have like a responsibility or a duty and you're escaping from that duty. You're escaping responsibility. So that's what get out of is referring to is escaping responsibility. I was responsible for teaching last week, but I was sick, so I got out of that responsibility. Um, and so here, like we have both a literal meaning, get out of the house, and we also have a figurative meaning to get out of a responsibility. Okay. Okay. We'll start with Yuli because you were asking about this one. If you want to read the boxes for us.
To get on a bus, boat, train, or plane. To get off. In general, we use get on, get off for entering and leaving large vehicles. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
the stress syllable. Get off is the opposite of get on.
Hmm. Yeah. And the exception, if you want to read that for us too.
Uh, it's not. I can't because the I can't.
Oh, you can't see
I
it?
can't see. I can't see
Oh,
because the icons is.
oh, okay. No, that's okay. So this is for large vehicles. So a bus, a boat, a train, a plane, that all of those are things that we get on. And then we get off of those. So get on, get off. That get off is the opposite of get on. But the exception to this is a bicycle or a motorcycle. that with both a bicycle and a motorcycle, we also use get on and get off. Okay. So we'll look at the
So,
next one.
excuse me, Spence. So I can read as well, but so we don't use get up, get off, get on, get off for motorcycles or bikes.
Oh, we do for motorcycles. So a motorcycle is not a large vehicle, right? So according to the rule, if we're looking at the rule, then motorcycle would not be included in the list, but it's an exception that we also
Okay.
use get on for motorcycles and bicycles. Yeah. Yeah, good question. Yeah. Okay,
I
so we're gonna
have
see what, oh,
there's a very famous thing around the world that is the hop on hop off bus. Do you know
mm-hmm,
what I'm talking about? Actually,
mm-hmm.
I love that buses for as a tourist. It's like the same, right? That like the same that getting get on, get off, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get on, get off. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
the boss club for some reason the name they put that is British, maybe hop on, hop off.
Hop is like kind of like a quick movement.
Okay.
So like you're hopping on for just a little bit. Um, like you could even use hop on for like joining a video call. Like if you join just briefly to a video call, you could say like, "Oh, I just wanted to hop on and say hello."
Okay,
So
thank you.
yeah, so hop on is different than get on. In the sense that it shows just a brief time. And that's how the hop on, hop off buses work, is that you're just briefly on and then you're briefly off. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah. It's also like a more like casual, like friendly way of expressing the idea. Um, because like if you needed to like leave a video call, you could say like, oh, I need to hop off now. And it would be a way of saying like I need to exit the call. Or oh, I'm gonna have to hop off early. Yeah, let me write that for you guys. Because that is definitely a useful phrase. So hop on, join, hop off. Okay, so now we're gonna see so we were talking about buses, boats, planes, trains, big vehicles. Now we have cars and taxis. Um, and I'll have Danielle, if you want to read the information for us.
Okay, to get in, to get in into a car, taxi, to get out of for the smaller vehicles, we generally use get in or get into, and get out of the opposite of get in too.
Yeah. And the exception is that you get into or out of a, they say lorry here because they're using British terms, but we would say get in, or well, does anyone know what a lorry is?
No, really. But and I can. It's funny, but sometimes I can read that.
Camión,
Yep, a lorry is a truck.
camión.
So even though a truck is a little bit smaller, we're still saying get in and get out of a truck. So just like we had the exception from before, we have an exception here. But yeah, the contrast, get on when it's big, get in when it's small, get off when it's big, get out of when it's small. Okay? So we're going to practice this a little bit. Okay. So we will start with Isa. If you want to look at number 1 and then let us know which one do you think fills in the blank.
Okay. Stephanie gets the train up London, Houston, and goes straight to her seat. For me, the answer is get on.
Get on? Okay. Why do you think that it's get on?
Because it's a, oh, excuse me, because let me check. I take a picture. Because it's a train.
Okay, a train. And what was train, a big vehicle or a small vehicle?
Big vehicle.
Big vehicle, exactly. So if it's a big vehicle, then we say get on. Okay. Number 2, Yuli.
She gets the train at Birman and waits for her taxi. She gets off
Okay, it's off. Okay, why is it off?
because the train is a big vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, vehicle. Yeah. Big vehicle. 3 to Danielle.
Stephanie's taxi soon arrives, and she gets into the back of the vehicle.
Okay, so her taxi arrives and she gets into the back of the vehicle. So why is it into? Why not get on?
Because it is a small vehicle.
Yeah, small vehicle, exactly. Yep. Okay, and let's see. Danielle, I'll have you do the last one also.
Okay. When the driver, excuse me, when the driver stops at her flat, she gets the taxi and walk up to her dot. She gets the driver stopped at her flat. She gets out of the taxi.
Yeah, she gets out of the taxi. Okay, so yeah, so I think the next one that we're gonna see, I'm pretty sure it was Danielle that told us that, let's see. Sorry. Let's see, this was one of the ones that you said when we were brainstorming, right, Danielle?
Right?
Yeah, okay. So we'll have Isa read the 2 quotes for us.
To get over. Read the samples and the explanation below. It took me a long time to get over losing my job. He finally got over his ex-girlfriend after he started dating again.
No, perfect. So
Start.
get over,
Start.
got over.
Started dating. I started. Started.
Yeah, started.
After he started dating again.
Okay. And Yuli, if you want to read the blue box in the middle.
To get over means to return to a usual state of health or happiness. It could be after an illness, a shock, or the end of a relationship. We use it with nouns or the ing form of a verb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have an example of the ing losing, and then we also have a form of a noun, his ex-girlfriend. So the purple ones are the things that we're getting over. Okay, perfect.
So Spence, excuse me,
Yeah.
can you repeat the last one slide before
Before this
before
one?
that? Yes, this. Does it the correct answers?
Yeah, you guys got it all right on the first try. Yeah.
Ah, perfect, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you notice, it's kind of set up in a way. We have a big vehicle at the beginning, train, on, off, and we have a small vehicle at the end, into, out of. So, um, yeah, so it's kind of designed to be a little easier. We do have the exceptions to watch out for, the trucks and the motorcycles, but yeah, so this was a little easier. Okay. Getting over different things. So um, we'll be ranking these events in order from hardest to easiest to get over. And Danielle, I'll have you read the things that we're trying to get over.
Run this depends. Okay, for me, your
So first,
phone.
if you want to read what the options are.
Okay,
Yep.
your phone gets stolen. That happened very often here. Your best friend moves permanently to a different city. Your job doesn't give you the rise you were promised. Your online shopping order get lost in the post.
Okay.
Okay.
So which would be the hardest to get over? Let's start with that.
Okay, I will say the second one.
Okay. So the friend moving to a different city is the hardest. Okay.
Yes.
And which one would be the easiest for you?
Depends on one I bought from the from the online shopping, you know. But
Okay.
if it is something cheaper than the mobile that the phone, for sure could be easy. No, anyway, I guess wow, it's hard because I going to fight with the company, you know. So it took me more time to to get over the situation because I have to fight and
Okay. So the phone is easier. That's interesting because for me, like getting my phone stolen, like it's like a whole experience. So, um, yeah, yeah.
well, depends as well if somebody heard you for stole your phone, could be worse for sure. But
Okay. We'll let Isa offer her opinion.
For me, it's so hardest. Your phone gets stolen. So because I
Oh,
have
really?
all around information about me, about my company, my transaction, my bank information about my bank. So it's crazy for me if I lose my cell phone. Then the best friend moved permanently to a different city. Even that happened in my life. My best friend,
Mm-hmm.
even also my neighborhood, she moved to San Francisco. Was very hard
Mm.
for me. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in my case, I don't have this trouble in the three position because my job, I am my my boss.
My own boss.
I
Yeah.
am my own boss. Yes,
Yeah.
and I know used to do shopping with some different apps. So I'm not a usual shopper online.
Like a typical, yeah. Oh, I don't usually
Yes.
shop online. Yeah.
Oh, yes, exactly. In that order is the first ones, and the second is the same in the same ranking for me.
Okay, so we'll put the promised offer because
No
if
apply
you
for
didn't
me.
get the yeah
Doesn't apply
if
for
you
me.
yeah so okay okay and then Yuli so far no one's put number 4 for anything but you can choose whichever you want, Yuli.
I agree with Isa,
Hmm.
in both. I think the hardest could be the if my phone gets stolen, um, and the easiest about the job because I don't have many expectations. and and my about the friends, my I have many friends who I think my best friends are living currently in another cities. So is something that I don't know.
Like we'd say like familiar with, like something I'm
Yeah,
familiar
yeah.
with already.
Uh-huh. This.
Yeah, so yeah, so we want that already there to show like the place and time, and then familiar, like it's not necessarily like comfortable. It's not that you like it, it's that you've experienced it. Yeah. So okay. Um, yeah, I think the friend moving to a different city would be the hardest, having moved myself to a different city and trying to make new friends. But um, yeah, and then probably losing the shopping package would be the easiest for me because I don't tend to order expensive things. But yeah, losing a phone would also be really, yeah, really stressful. Um, okay. Get over yourself. Uh, Danielle, I'll have you read this one.
You'll often hear native speaker use get over in this context with a reflexive pronoun. Here it means stop thinking you are so important or stop being so serious. And I
So
guess the
what?
expression,
Oh,
yes.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, get over yourself and stop complaining.
Yeah. What's a context where we might hear a native speaker say that? Like who would be talking or what would be the circumstances?
I don't know. Some that kind of people that are crying too much for something, like sometimes when you are crying, yes, you are a drama queen, like
Hmm.
Mhm.
don't
Yeah.
be like that and get over yourself and put your clothes on and let's go to a party or something.
Yeah. Like my friend broke up with a woman he'd only been dating for 1 month and he was crying. Yeah. So get over yourself. Stop whining. Isa, what's another situation that we might use get over yourself?
So I use a get over is, for example, when I try to give advice on a person. And for example, I say it's all get over. It's like a pass the page. We say we call in Spanish ya pase la página.
Oh, yeah, turn the
Mm,
page.
yeah, yeah. And try
Yeah.
to think in other things, or don't care about it,
Don't worry.
or don't worry. Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Be happy. Get over. Oh,
Yeah, so Daniel is touching on something that's kind of key to this, that yeah, we have the same expression, like turn the page, move on. Um and we can say get over it, which we saw before, like, I'm still working on getting over you know this bad experience. But when we say get over yourself, we're like kind of attacking the person. We're saying like you're being immature, you're whining, you're complaining. Get over yourself. So here it's sort of the drama queen that Daniel was talking about, the person who's just being overly dramatic. And that was why I kind of gave my example, like, maybe someone just dated for a short period of time, but they're like overly dramatic, like, oh my gosh, it's all over. Um,
it's we could say get over to be toxic.
yeah, so I mean, you can, like get over her, she was toxic.
Okay, get over her. She was toxic. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's I mean it's very similar, like get over her or get over the situation and get over yourself, but get over yourself is kind of like a
Okay.
personal attack. Um, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, get over yourself.
And
It
we can say get over your job. Como,
What happened with the job? Did you
for
lose the
ex-
job or
for example, you are always complaining about your job. My advice is, oh, please get over your job. O sea, como ya renuncia, o sea, bota este trabajo because it's a lot of
mm,
demanding.
yeah, get over because the job is ongoing, so like it's not like an ended thing. Like get
Okay.
over your past relationship. Um, the example that they did, get over losing your job, get over um, your ex-girlfriend, get over getting fired. Yeah, so those are more the common ones because it's something that we're able to move past. Yeah. But the other one for get over yourself is like you're not that important. Like the drama queen is like making it all about themselves, and it's like you're not that important. Get over yourself. Yeah. So we could say it like third person, like he really needs to. Okay. Well, we got about 5 minutes left. Um, getting used to or get across. Um, let's get used to. Used to. Okay. Getting used to. Yuli, can you read the example sentences for us?
Yes, I'm still getting used to the company's new IT system. He never got used to living alone. To get used to means to become familiar with something or someone.
Yeah, to become familiar with. Perfect. Okay. cool. So getting used to, let's see, Isa, can you read the instructions for us?
Yes. Getting used to something. Choose one of the situations below. 2. Make notes on all the things you will have to get used to. 3. Share your ideas with the group.
Okay.
Starting a new job. Learning a new language. Buying a new phone. Moving to a different country.
Okay. So I'll have Danielle, if you want to start. Choose one of the 4 situations and then tell us what would you have to get used to in that new situation?
Well, I guess for me could be hard. Maybe moving to a different country
Okay. What would you have to get
because
used to being in a different country?
yes, I have lived all my life in Colombia. I was abroad only for 3 months. I just want, so I guess I don't know, the as maybe some people know, I'm very familiar with my neighborhood, and I know where to find the food I love, the cinemas, the soccer field, blah blah blah. So
No.
for me,
So I'd
that
have
could
to get
be yes.
I'd have to get, I'd have to get,
And that could be even worse when you have like like, how do you say that, like time difference, when you are,
mm-hmm.
for example, if I'm living when I was living in Malta, even watch my soccer team for TV was a hard thing because
Los
the game is
Millonarios.
around. Yes, if the game is at 8 o'clock, that means that is 2 in the morning or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Isa, what's one thing that you would need to get used to working in a new job? Something you'd need to get used to in a new job.
Let me check. So, starting on a new job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what would you need to get used to? What's one thing that you would need to get used to in a new job?
Mm, for to create a relationship with my coworkers.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
it's not easy. It's not easy for me. Oh, probably to get 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 used to the new routine with my coworkers.
perfect. Yeah, so I'd have to get used to working with new people. I have to get used to the new routine. And we'll give the last word to
Uh,
Yuli.
a new
Um,
agenda, a new schedule. It's difficult.
no, no, a lot goes with that. Yuli, last word. If you want to tell us what would you need to get used to in one of these situations?
Um, I think I need to get used to speaking more in a new language
Okay, yeah.
because I can't express myself as good as I would like.
Yeah, so getting used to expressing yourself in a new language, that can always be a struggle and uncomfortable. So yeah, definitely, you already have a good level, but keep on working on it. Um, Thank you, everybody, for your participation today. It's great to have you in class. I'm going to be out of town next Monday, but I have all of your contact info, so we'll coordinate about future classes.
Thank you, Spence.
Okay.
Thank you,
Your
Spence.
dedication.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
my pleasure.
Thank you.
You
Bye,
all.
Kisses,
girls.
kisses, kisses.
Besitos. Ciao.